My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. You know, sometimes being a host on the Rinse Network or having the YouTube channel or the website, the news hits you all at once. You know, you look at where we're at globally, where you look at where this nation, the trajectory we're heading on, and it hits you. You know, it hits you that your country has turned into something that you would have never thought possible. You know, right now I can watch the GOP nominees go out there and talk about how, you know, Santorum's saying that this is an anti-Christian, pro-Muslim president, and he's about to fund contraceptive, and the Catholic Church is freaking out about it. But none of these so-called mainstream candidates, except with the exception of Ron Paul, are talking about issues that are going to determine the fate of this nation. Right? We're $1 trillion in deficit spending this year, 1.3 trillion. That will match the previous 3 years that we just went through. Promises of next year of only $900 billion in deficit spending. In other words, we're borrowing 40 cents out of every dollar to fund Empire America. The issues that are not being talked about by the mainstream media and our politicians in D.C., the never-ending war footing that this nation has been put on, and the fact that it's sucking the lifeblood out of this country. You know, we're witnessing countries that are supposedly allies in the war on terror. We're watching what we do to these nations. Look at Libya. In 2003, Muammar Gaddafi gave up his weapons of mass destruction program. In 2011, we all got to watch him assassinated on YouTube. And then we got to see our Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, go before a camera and talking about how we saw, he died. This is a person representing us, supposedly the liberty-loving people of the United States of America. And now we have our ambassador to the UN, Susan Rice, going out talking about Assad's days are numbered. Meaning that we're going to go into Syria in one form or another, and we're going to facilitate the assassination of their leader. I'm not an apologist for Muammar Gaddafi or Assad. I am an apologist, though, for the people of the United States of America who are paying and flipping the bill for this, who are they're incurring the retribution of the people of the world by a few actors in Washington, D.C. who are truly representing power elite interests on Wall Street and the City of London. They're not representing your interest and my interest. They're representing the big corporate interests that want turmoil in the Middle East. We have 3 battle groups parked in the Straits of Hormuz begging Iran just to make a move. We have Israel a little ways across the sand with 200 nuclear missiles, and Iran allegedly having on their way to having one, even though Leon Panetta said this month that they don't have one and they're not going to get one. Yet we have 3 battle groups that are just itching for something to start there. And if it isn't going to start there, then, you know, people like John McCain, Senator John McCain, will make sure it starts in Syria. Today he came out talking about we need to fund the rebels inside of Syria. Now, who are these rebels we're talking about? Are they the same Al-Qaeda rebels that were in Libya? The same Al-Qaeda we were fighting for the last 10 years, over 10 years in Afghanistan? Well, according to a head Iraqi defense minister, that's exactly who they are. They're pouring in to Syria because Al-Qaeda has put out the call for freedom-fighting Al-Qaeda members to join them in Syria to overthrow Assad. So now we have John McCain wanting to arm Al-Qaeda, who we've been fighting for over a decade in the longest military engagement in the history of this country. Susan Rice in front of the UN saying his days are numbered. We have Hillary Clinton that's, you know, ready to take over at the World Bank. I'm sure before she does, she'll be able to make a statement how we saw, and he died as well. And if that isn't enough, if that doesn't provide enough distraction for the economic time bomb going off in Europe right now, we've always got Iran to go back to. But why would Iran want to give up their nuclear weapon? Why would they want to give up their WMD program? That is certainly a kiss of death with the United States of America. Syria in 2007, bombed by Israel, has had no WMD programs for over 4 years. Yet we backed Assad in the past. Now it's time for him to go. The power elite, the corporate interests that truly control the people that say they're representing you, have no desire to have anything but a completely and totally unstable Middle East. That is the policy. And they're rapidly turning this nation into the despot terrorist nation that we've been told we've been fighting. And oh yeah, by the way, because of National Defense Authorization Act 2012, even the words that I'm issuing in this commentary video might be misinterpreted as being anti-American, and I could disappear. This is the country I live in. We've become what we've been told we've been trying to fight for over a decade. Stories are attached. That's all I got.